What unromantic event actually proved that you love more than it seems? 2 years into our marriage, Sarah started acting different. She stopped doing her makeup, wearing nice clothes, and would sleep for 16 hours straight. At first, I thought she was just tired from her new job, but things got worse. She stopped eating regular meals. I'd find untouched sandwiches I made her hidden in drawers. When I checked the trash, I discovered she was secretly ordering fast food, but only eating a few bites before throwing it away. She lost 30 pounds in 2 months. Our bathroom cabinet filled up with antidepressants she'd get prescribed but never take. She'd tell doctors she was fine, then cry herself to sleep every night. When I tried talking to her, she'd say she was just having a rough week. This went on for months. One night I woke up at 3 a.m. and she wasn't in bed. I found her sitting in our dark kitchen, staring at a bottle of pills. She didn't even notice me until I turned on the light. The look in her eyes terrified me. She wasn't my Sarah anymore. I called in sick to work the next day and took her to the hospital. She fought me the whole way, screaming that she was fine and I was overreacting. The doctors diagnosed her with severe clinical depression. They wanted to admit her immediately. Sarah refused to stay. She tried running out of the hospital. When security stopped her, she looked at me with such hatred. "I thought you loved me," she screamed. "You're trying to lock me up like I'm crazy." Those words hurt, but I signed the admission papers anyway. For the first week, she wouldn't see me. She told the nurses to keep me away. I still came every day, sitting in the waiting room for hours. I'd leave notes with the nurses, telling her I loved her and wasn't going anywhere. Week 2, she finally let me visit. She was angry, refusing to talk. I just sat there holding her hand. Eventually, she started crying, telling me she wanted to go home. I had to be the bad guy and say no. She wasn't ready. I spent every evening after work at the hospital. I'd bring her favorite snacks, books, and comfy clothes from home. The nurses started recognizing me, saving me a chair by her bed. I learned everything I could about depression, joining support groups for spouses of depressed partners. Sarah stayed in the hospital for 6 weeks. I used all my vacation days and sick leave to be there. When she finally came home, things weren't magically better. She needed help showering, getting dressed, even brushing her teeth. I did it all without complaining. For months, I worked full-time, then came home to be her caregiver. I cooked meals she barely ate, reminded her to take her meds, and held her through panic attacks. Some nights, she'd scream at me to leave her alone, that she was broken and I deserved better. Slowly, with therapy and the right medication, my Sarah started coming back. First, she started showering on her own. Then she managed to eat full meals. One morning, I found her putting on mascara. I cried in my car that day, happy tears.